Hello YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. Gonna focus only on movies this time. When I went to pick up my comic books, I found some really cool movies I've been looking for a while. Also, at the swap meets, I found a lot of really good movies on a really great price. So, I have enough to make a video for, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's get started. First movie I picked up at a swap meet was Ronin, starring Robert De Niro and Jean Reno. Basically, it's about this team of mercenaries that are contracted to steal a briefcase, but there's something important in that briefcase because everyone wants it. So this team has to basically learn to trust each other to make it out alive of the situation. And I really like the action in this movie. I really like the performances of Robert De Niro and Jean Reno, but they're awesome in pretty much most of what they do. So yeah, really good movie. Thoroughly enjoyed this one. Next movie I picked up, I was finally able to find Steamboy. It's directed by the same person that made Akira, and Akira is an awesome anime. And this one is basically like an alternate storyline where, at the beginning of the 20th century, someone decides to use steam as a weapon, so it has the whole steampunk, steampunk vibe. And it has some really good voice acting. Anna Paquin, who was Rogue in the in the first three X-Men movies, and is now in Through Blood, actually does the voice for the main hero. But it also has Alfred Molina, Dr. Octopus, and Patrick Stewart, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, doing voices for this. So the voice work is really cool, and the animation is beautiful. It uses a lot of computer-generated animation, along with, 2D. But it is really impressive to look at. I really like Steamboy, and I've been meaning to get it and add it to the collection for a long time, but either I couldn't find it or I found it too expensive. And this one was just the right price, and it was in just the right condition for me to pick it up. So, really happy to add some more anime to my collection. Picked up Road to Perdition, starring Tom Hanks. This is actually based on a graphic novel that I unfortunately have not read, but it's about this gangster that, he has his family and everything, but he's like a hitman. So he goes around killing the mob's enemies, until one time his kid kind of hitches a ride, and he sees what his dad actually works for, what he does for a living. So the son of the mob boss is not happy about that, so he sends someone to kill the family. So the only survivors are Tom Hanks and his son. So they have to, escape to Chicago and everything, but the mob boss son is not happy, so he wants to kill them both. And Tom Hanks, obviously, being a hitman, wants revenge, but he doesn't want his son to be tainted by his life of crime. So it's a really good movie. Tom Hanks is awesome in this. Just really good movie. Picked up at Big Lots because it was on sale for $2.50. And it's 50 First Dates, starring Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. A really good movie. It's really funny, and it like most Adam Sandler movies in this time period, because he did a lot of movies like this that are start off really funny, but it has moments that pull at your heartstrings. And this one is just really cool. I love this movie. I think it's definitely my favorite Adam Sandler movie, by far. But I love Drew Barrymore in this. Drew Barrymore plays this girl that she was in an accident, so she can only remember stuff from one day. So she meets Adam Sandler, and then the next day she forgets about him, and so on and so on. But Adam Sandler knows that this is the girl for him, so he, tries to get her to remember him. And in a way, she kind of does. But just really cool movie. Picked up Street Fighter. If you watch any video from anyone in that guy with the glasses.com, you'll see that this is the movie they always bring up. They have this thing where they said, like, you guessed it, try to take over the world. And then Bison turns around and says, of course! Funniest thing ever, and I love it. I love it when every time they use that. But, a lot of people didn't like it, and with good reason. The Street Fighter movie is not the best one, but for me, it's one of those movies that it's so bad, it's good. Raul Julia, for me, is awesome as Bison. You gotta love Raul Julia. Jean-Claude Van Damme is okay as Gal, and they really don't respect the characters at all in this movie, but at the end they do have a nice shot where everyone's like in their Street Fighter pose. But just I know it's a bad movie, but I like it. Like I said, it's so bad it's good, and you can get any sort of quotes from this movie because it has a lot of really cool quotes. So yeah, really happy to get that because I do need to complete my video game movie collection. I'm just missing Super Mario Brothers. Picked up at Walmart on sale, The Twisted Disturbed Life of Kane. The Big Red Machine has been causing carnage in the WWE for a good 12 years since his introduction. I still think he was a badass when he had the mask. Ever since he lost the mask, he hasn't been as as imposing, but still he's had a really good bunch of matches without the mask. And I have the Undertaker history DVD, so I just had to get the Kane DVD because they're the Brothers of Destruction, and Kane has been in a bunch of really epic matches. His first match with the Undertaker in WrestleMania. Holy moly, that was awesome. It took 3 tombstones to bring down Kane back then, so really, really cool. Gotta love the Big Red Machine. And I got to meet him at Comic-Con, so even better. At Walmart, they had this Universal Legacy Series 75th Anniversary DVD of Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff. Don't know if a lot of people like black and white movies. I love black and white movies, especially the older ones. I've been meaning to get Frankenstein and Dracula because they're the 2 big ones I'm missing. But the edition that I've seen are kind of pretty lackluster. But this one is beautiful. It looks like this. It has this really cool book look, and it's a 2-disc set. It has the movie in restored form. It has commentary. It has a commentary by a historian. It has a look back at Boris Karloff, the monsters of Universal. This is by far the best collection I've seen of a Universal movie, so I just had to pick it up because, like I said, I want to add Frankenstein to the collection. Now I need to track down a similar version of this, of Dracula, because I really want Dracula with Bela Lugosi. I picked up at Target for $5 HeMan and the Masters of the Universe, Volume 1 with the first 20 episodes. It has no special features, I guess that's why it's $5, but it comes with a Spanish and an English audio track. And I grew up watching He-Man in Spanish, so that is freaking awesome. A lot of people say that He-Man's kind of gay, or at least Prince Adam's kind of gay, and yeah, I could, now that I see it as an adult, I could see that both Adam and Cringer look kind of, fruity. But the animation, to this day, I think the animation in He-Man is freaking epic. So yeah, just had to pick it up because He-Man was awesome back when I was growing up. And I had a whole bunch of his toys too, so. Picked up at Blockbuster for $2, Rudo y Cursi. Went to see this at a movie, and I thought it was really good. It's about these 2 brothers that, live in this really backwater town in Mexico. A football scout gets stranded in that little town, and he sees that Cursi has talent for the sport, so he brings him over to Mexico City to participate in a team. Then eventually he does go after the second brother, and they both play in opposite teams, and he's a goalkeeper, so he has the best record because no one can put a goal through him. and he's a delantero, and he has this very unique style. But fame gets to both of them. He gets stuck in gambling debts. He just wastes his money away. So it's a really good movie because it does end rather tragically, but in an uplifting way. So really, really good movie. I thought so. Picked up at a swap meet the first volume of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing and the second volume of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. If anyone has never seen it, it's about this team of guys that fight monsters in these mechs, and anime with giant robots is cool regardless, and the Gundam series is really, really cool, and the animation is cool, and the story is actually pretty cool. So I saw it there, and I just had to pick both of them up because I don't own any Gundam anime. So cool. Picked up 88 Minutes, starring Al Pacino. He's a forensic psychiatrist that basically gets a phone call, and he's told that he has 88 minutes to live, so he has to figure out who's out to get him. A suspenseful movie, though the end is kind of like, what? Picked up Shudder, from the executive producer of The Grudge and The Ring. American-style Japanese horror. It's about this guy that has a girlfriend, and a ghost keeps popping up in some of his pictures. It has some interesting scares. I think they were trying to emulate Fatal Frame. That's the vibe I got from this movie. But I don't know, something was lost in translation because it like I said, it has some scares, but it's not that scary. Picked up for a ridiculously cheap price, The Secret Garden. I picked this up because I thought my girl would like it. I haven't seen it. Picked up Something's Gotta Give with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton. Jack Nicholson plays this guy that's dating a much younger girl. They go to visit the mom, and they start hitting it off. I remember it was being a cool movie. So yeah, I'll have to rewatch it again to make sure. But I got it at, again, a ridiculously cheap price. And the last movie I picked up is Clerks 2. I picked it up mostly because of the Jay and Silent Bob characters. This is their return, but Dante and Randall are also pretty cool. And I know Kevin Smith hasn't made an epic movie in a while, but I like his comedy, and I like I said, the characters of Jay and Silent Bob. I think they're really awesome. So I just had to pick it up. From Kevin Smith, I'm only missing Chasing Amy and the first Clerks. So I'm still trying to track that down. But yeah, that was the long movie edition of this pickup video. Like I said, hours and hours of fun. Just a whole bunch of movies that are really cool. Gundam. For my recommendation, I'm actually gonna go. Well, it goes without saying, I'm gonna recommend HeMan. I still think the animation is really cool. Just really cool animation, in my opinion. And I'm gonna go with Frankenstein. Halloween's about to start, and I'm getting on my monster vibe. I'm actually looking forward to Cinemassacre's Monster Madness. James Rolfe does an awesome job every year with that. So I'm looking forward to that for Halloween, but I'll recommend Frankenstein. And just for the hell of it, just because it's so bad it's good, Street Fighter. Gotta love it. So yeah, these are my 3 recommendations. I can just pick one. But like always, thanks so much for watching, guys. And until I see you again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.